Just checking tracks, see what critters are out here. Make sure I don't run into a mountain lion or something on the Republican River. We got a few around. No use bumping into a big cat if I don't have to. When I'm looking at some of my garden that I have out here on the river banks in the fall. And I didn't do very good this year. But I got to keep trying, don't I? I'd like to tell you a story, a true story. About 15 years ago, I started bleeding when I would go to the bathroom. I'm not going to be gross. I'll just simply say number 2, when I would do that, I was bleeding. And every time. And so I went to the doctor. The doctor said, go to a specialist. I went to a specialist, charged me most of $150, and he said, you're going to need a mountain of tests. And I said, ooh, I don't have that kind of money. And he said, well, it'll cost you $10,000. And I said, I know I don't have that kind of money. And I don't have health insurance. And he said, you got your home? And I said, yeah, I got a home. And he said, we'll put that on collateral. And I said, no, I don't think so. And he said, if you don't do that, he said, you might be dead in a year. And I said, I'll probably be dead anyway, and I'm not going to leave my wife homeless. And so I said, I'll just go home and die. Well, I went home, and but I got a contact from a person here in McCook. And they low profile, to say the least, but they're a witch doctor. Okay, I've known of a few witches in the area, but I didn't know of any witch doctors. This one was. And this one asked me to come over. My wife said, hang on to your billfold, you probably want a bucket of money. But I went over, and the witch doctor asked me a few questions, and he immediately walked over to his shelf and handed me a container of product, and he said, take that. And I said, okay. And I said, what's that going to cost? He said, not a dime. But he said, if it works, you owe me $15. And he said, it should last you about a month. And I said, I can afford $15 if it works. And I ain't never had nobody in the medical profession ever say, take it, and if it works, pay. Don't you wish they'd all follow that rule of that witch doctor? Be that as it may, I took it. And the first day I quit bleeding when I would go to the bathroom. And from then on. And he said, you won't have to take it forever either. He said, probably within a year your body will heal itself enough so that you will not be bleeding back there. Okay. And I took that, and I'd say within 6 months I quit taking it because I just didn't bleed anymore. And it worked. And for the last 15 years, give or take a little bit, I've never bled again. So maybe, just maybe, if the cost goes skyrocketing in the medical profession as they seem to be doing, and there is no option for you except to go home and die, perhaps you might want to start looking for your own witch doctor or outside the box. For Mother Nature gives us an awful lot that's been forgotten, and it could very possibly cure you of every disease that's out there right now. Rate this film.